this conversation, we learned from Monique Doolittle-Romas, who works with the seniors LGBT community, as well as Dale Copegog, who works with the First Nations community for their seniors' well-being. Listen and learn about how their work brings about change. Let's first join Monique as she tells us how the Good Companion Center is building a community without walls.
Now let me tell you about our friendship with the gay community. We started about 5 years ago by building a partnership with Ottawa Seniors Pride. Specifically, it's looking at seniors from the LGBTQ community. We built the friendship over time. It didn't start with delivering programs. We started to make sure we reflected the values and we would always be welcoming and warm. So we started with training for the staff, for the board, for our volunteers and our members. And when some members, it was an adjustment for some members, we had to do a lot of work, especially around the trans community and some seniors who were not comfortable. Now it goes by without discussion. They don't even talk about it anymore. We took level 1 training, which was just the basics. 3 years later, we're doing level 2 training, which is really challenging because half the group is put in a situation of somebody who's gay, who's being abused because they're gay, and you're not entitled to eat here, you're not entitled to come into the center. And the other half of the group are the ones being abusive to that individual. It's tough, but it's been an amazing learning experience. And we were the first agency to partner with Ottawa Seniors Pride to deliver that training, and we take great pride in it. It is also reflected in our hiring practices. We make sure that we not only reflect the language, but we reflect it in our values. And as part of the interview question, we are very proud to say we are part of the community. Have you ever worked with the LGBTQ community? How would you feel if somebody came up to you and said, well, I'm a transgendered person or I'm transitioning? Would you be comfortable? If you are not comfortable, then probably working at the Good Companions is not the best place for you. We also co-host events, whether it's training, movie nights, lots of social activities. We co-host a Pride barbecue, one of our best events. We will carry the Pride flag on our website, on our bulletin, in our center, absolutely everywhere. We were also the first senior center to have gender-neutral bathrooms. And when there was a big controversy about gender-neutral bathrooms in Ottawa on Parliament Hill, they called us and asked us if it was a controversy, and we said, no, they've been there for years, not a topic of discussion. So we led federal government, and we take great pride in that. And now other senior centers are coming on side. We also walk in Capital Pride, not as a lead agency, but we walk with our friends from Ottawa Seniors Pride. So what programs did we specifically develop for the seniors in the gay community? The first one was we recognized not everybody wanted to come into the center. There are some seniors who have not come out as being gay. They weren't prepared to come in and have a program that we refer to as a Rainbow Coffee Club at the center because they didn't want everyone to know that they were gay. So we offer this specific program off-site. One Wednesday per month, we bring in speakers. Everybody know it could be around AIDS activism, it could be around knowing your risks when it comes to the scams that have been going on recently with Revenue Canada. It could be how to do financial investments, tax tips, same presentations we do for everybody else, Heart Institute presentations, but we make sure we offer the program off-site because not everybody is comfortable having everyone know they're gay because it was tough. And depending on where you come from, it can still be difficult. It's a beautiful program, and we have about 36 participants, and the program is going. We are known as the center you call when you're from the gay community and you need support. We also offer Seniors Helping Seniors, which we thought was going to be this amazing program. We would have gay seniors who wanted to be volunteers, and we had gay members and clients who wanted a friendship. Guess what? From both sides, what's with the being gay? It's irrelevant. I don't have to be gay to visit a gay senior. And the seniors who are gay, who are having visitors come to them, didn't matter if they were gay or straight. They just wanted a friend. They wanted somebody to talk to. So we don't emphasize seniors helping seniors as much. We just emphasize friendly visiting, which was a good lesson for us. And one of our newest programs, which I'm really proud of, is called the Senior Center Without Walls. And it is offered only in 2 other places in Canada. Winnipeg covers the entire province of Manitoba. Edmonton is just getting off the ground. And for now, we offer the program in Ottawa, but it is my hope that we can take this program provincially. And it is a program for the most isolated, including from the gay community. And OSPN is helping us develop the material for the course. All you have to do is call in. There's absolutely no cost to the program. So you may be interested in jokes, and I'm talking really bad jokes, but Monday mornings are bad joke call. So we'll have about 25 people on the phone, and they all get to know one another. Some days we only get out 5 or 10 jokes because everybody is visiting. It could be finish a puzzle together. It could be a presentation from the Heart Institute. 6 months ago, we had a lady on the call, and she was listening to the presenter from the Heart Institute, and she was talking about symptoms of heart disease. By the end of the call, you could tell somebody was in tears, so my staff person called her back. She had all the symptoms. She has a pacemaker now. Why? Because of the program. So there are specific programs that we've tailored to the gay community, and we will be expanding their Senior Center Without Walls, specifically to the gay community. First, we'll do some training with our presenters, and then we'll do some training with the participants. But again, this is a program where people are extremely isolated, unlikely to leave the house unless it's by ambulance. They really can't get out of the home. We could be dealing with mental health issues, physical mobility issues, fear of leaving the home. They have nobody else, so they haven't left the home in a long time. And so we offer over 100 programs. Literally, just call in. It is so simple. And there are a lot of numbers, 1-800, and if you can't call in, we'll call you. And we're specifically designing the program to reach the most isolated. And now we're starting to receive referrals into that program for seniors from the gay community. Last week, we had somebody who called us. They just wanted a handy helper, somebody to go in the house. What we realized is this man's partner of 35 years had died 8 months prior. He didn't disclose that when he first called. So because he lost that income, he had to move to a new part of town. He was living in boxes because there were too many memories, and he didn't know what he should get rid of or what he could get rid of. He wasn't ready for a friendly visitor, but he is ready for the Senior Center Without Walls because it's easy. He can stay home. On Christmas Eve, he can get 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by one of our journalists. On Canada Day, we had the Prime Minister wish everybody a happy Canada Day and thank them. It's an easy program that will be slowly tailored to work with the gay community. We are known as the Senior Center. I'll tell you, we say it with pride in Ottawa. If you are a senior, you come to us. We've seen an increase in membership as well because people know they will be welcomed and not judged. We take great pride in our work, and we take great pride in our Pride friendship. Thank you.
Describe some of the programs that Wissahickon First Nation has in place to help prevent social isolation and loneliness in our senior community members. And then part of it is the second question, what cross-cultural learnings can be shared with other Ontario seniors. We have, I guess you would call it congregate dining. We have that every Friday, so that's like 52 weeks a year. We also have Meals to Wheels, and that's a lunch that's delivered on the Wednesday, and that's every week for 52 weeks also. And then the other things that we have, I have workers that go into the homes to help out the seniors or older adults with cleaning, cleaning the bathroom and doing light housekeeping. And then also, if they need to go on errands into Parry Sound, they'll accompany them. And then we also have an outside worker, and I know in Parry Sound, I think if you're an older adult there, you have to do your own shoveling and or you have to hire people. And with Wasauksing, we actually provide those services to person who, especially if they're by themselves, they're like, to make sure we send someone out to check on them. So we do have a team of workers that go out and they service all the clients. So they're
about 4 years ago, our chief and council directed us to have out how we could bring the elders together and for a day or two. So I applied for funding to the New Horizons, and we were able to get funding to host a elders gathering. So one of the criteria for the funding was that the elders needed to participate in the planning, right from the planning, right till implementation, right till the reporting and stuff. So we had a group of elders, about 6 or 7 elders from our community. They came in and they began planning for an elders gathering. And we extended to our communities around us, around Parry Sound, because there's 5 to 6 First Nations around Parry Sound within an hour's drive of each other. And because of that, there's intermarriages. So we got families in the next reserve or the next reserve. So, and everybody is related in some way. So, and our elders don't get to visit each other as often as they would like to. And so this is what we invited the surrounding communities to come. The first day would be a learning day, and where we would provide workshops. And one of our criteria to our facilitators is you have to provide an interactive workshop. So people came in, like we had a local gallery, Aboriginal art gallery come in, and they did art therapy. So they actually painted or drew or made something. So there was, all these workshops had to be interactive. The next day, because we're on an island, and I don't know if anybody knows, we have a 30,000 island cruise boat that goes around our island during the summertime. It goes around twice or 3 times a day. So our leadership was able to go and talk to them and say, okay, because you've been doing this for years and years, it's time to provide some in-kind donation to our community. So the owners of the 30,000 island cruise, we don't have to pay for that for our elders to go around there anymore. So on that, the second day is elders cruise. And on the Elders Cruise, we bring in Aboriginal musicians or people who provide entertainers, and they play. One gentleman, he was from Akwesasne, around by Cornwall, and he's Elvis impersonator. So he came in and he provided that, and the cruise is 3 hours long, so he's provide entertainment for 3 hours on the cruise boat. And the people that came in with walking chairs, they were up dancing. They just put their walking chairs away and they were up dancing in the hallways, because it was like that music was healing for them.
I guess the last little piece there that we were going to talk about is working either as a team or neighbors or community to work to integrate the seniors so that the risk of loneliness or isolation is reduced. And right now, because we're separated health and social, we meet into like a networking group we're trying to do it every month, so we can make sure we plan activities and make sure that, because we have a newsletter that goes out to every home, and try to make sure we have the information made big enough so people can see. Because like when you get a big thing, I don't even read mine either, and I'm quite. They said we should have calendars, and then it's easier for the elders, to look at something instead of trying to flip through a thing and say, oh yeah, I forgot, I should have been down there eating lunch today or something. So we're trying really hard to kind of work through that area and try to engage the elders in making sure they come out a lot more than or provide rides. I guess that's a big part, because our reserve, like, we've got everyone all over, so they're not just like close together in one street, we're all over, so that's one of the other things that we have to combat too. And then, I know the Learning Center did get Seniors Horizon. They got computers for the elders, and I think they got those little iPads for them. But the only thing is now we don't have internet, Like, we don't have internet on the reserve, so they had those little sticks, and I don't know, so we have fiber optics just to the band office. So, and then ours, where I work, is not right at the band office, it's further away. We have trouble with our internet all the time. So, like, I know if we were in a city, it would be so much easier, but we're not able to have that available at Wasauksing. So hopefully one of these days it is. Be easier,
Yeah.